in there and say, I want Josh Taylor and get the Josh Taylor fight because he's age That's it. So anybody on that pipeline right now, that's a big deal.
I talked his ass, but the same day that James Tony came and signed the contract.
Wow.
So I'm talking to Bobo on the phones like this little morning. I got Zab on one phone, I got James on one phone.
He's gonna beat Sean. Everybody listen, he's gonna beat Sean. He's gonna beat Sean. He's gonna beat Sean.
Mike Lewis is the perfect example of what I'm talking about.
Yo. What it do? Welcome to Let's Talk Sports Show. Got a lot to get into, a lot to tap into, and just want to say, I'm a slow walker today, just thanking God for another day, man. And if you have not done so already, please like and subscribe to the Let's Talk Sports Show. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, all under Let's Talk Sports Show, or aka the Apostle. And like I said, if you want the top-notch firearms training, self-defense training, please you can go to championsfirearms.org, which is use my discount code at #LTSY for Let's Talk Sports Show. And that'll, like I said, we all need training. If you're going to be out here with these things, you might as well do it the right way. Get your permit and, do it in the safest way with my man, JM. All right, let's get into it. The news has dropped down that Dak hamstring is torn off the bone. Let me make sure y'all can type it. Y'all can hear me? Yeah, Dak's hamstring is torn off the bone. And so the 4 weeks. What up, bro? Can you hear me? Can you hear me, my guy? Let me know if y'all can hear me loud and clear out there. But Dak's hamstring is torn off the bone, and 4 weeks for anything any kind of thing that's torn off the bone, and that's kind of sound like season ending to me. Even if he could come back, who knows what shape or position the team will be in? Is it even worth it to try to bring him back this year? This kind of like, I'm gonna be honest. Not that I wanted Dak to be hurt, but I kind of, at the beginning of the year, I predicted that this was going to be a tough year. You could tell it was going to be a tough year with how the front office was moving and all the horrible moves that Jerry made. You knew this year was going to be rough. I was kind of cool with him either coming into this season on a lame duck contract, make him earn his contract, or I was cool with starting the season off with Cooper Rush and Trey Lance. The situation we're in right now. I wish they wasn't in this situation at 3-5, which is a lot to put on Cooper Rush. Because now if Cooper Rush don't go, we told you Cooper Rush wasn't that. You're bringing the man in at 3-5, coming in against a red-hot Eagles team. Come on, bro. You asking a lot. You asking a lot of Cooper Rush at this point. You know what I mean? To come into a situation that's already in complete disarray. Now, let me talk about Dak for a minute. We don't wish injury on nobody. Wish him, how the recovery. Thank you, James Jones, for the apology you gave to him. You was pretty rough on him, talking about he gave up and this and the third, but thank you for apologizing, because now that we realize the injury is worse than all. But let's be clear, for all the Dak apologists that come at me every day on Twitter, I'm not a Dak hater, but let's just talk facts. He wasn't having a great year. He wasn't doing a lot of things that I felt he needs to do. You know what I mean? Like, everything is not his fault. The defense has been playing absolutely horrid. No question what's about that. The defense has been horrid. As much as I love Mike Zimmer, nothing but love for Mike Zimmer. He should have been fired 3 weeks ago. The league has passed him by. You know what I mean? The league has passed him by. Everything he's doing is prehistoric, dated. He's not putting the right people on the field. The game is passing by. Now, granted, I'm going to give the one olive branch I'm going to give Mike Zimmer is this. the style of ball or the style of players that we have is not his normal style. Mike Zimmer likes big B tackles, big D tackles, big linebackers. He's more of a so things like stop the run and clog up the lanes. That's Mike Zimmer's style. You know what I mean? He's decent with corners, but his style is basically we load the line of scrimmage with big D tackles and linebackers, shut down the run and force you to pass and hopefully make a play. He doesn't have he don't have them type of players. He got little D tackles and little linebackers. So that is the one out of it, which is on Jerry. So at the end of the day, the end all kill all, Jerry not putting the team together probably is what's killing the team. But I will say this, with Cooper Rush, I want y'all to pay attention. Watch how the offensive line all of a sudden is not going to look so bad. Watch how the run game all of a sudden is not going to look so bad. And the defense is going to play a lot better because now they know they're playing a more controlled type of game. The game is not as frantic. Everything is ball control. Everything is, let's be ahead of the chains. Let's play field position. It's a whole different game, which I don't mind because that's winning football. So don't be shocked. I'm going to say this now. Don't be shocked if Cooper Rush pull this thing off Sunday. It's a lot to ask. Don't get me wrong. It's a lot to ask. I think the team probably prefers Cooper. I'm not going to say that. But I think that I don't think everybody like Dez Bryant, everybody and they is calling for Mike McCarthy to be fired. But I'm thinking, what do you want Mike to do, y'all? What do y'all want Mike to do? I inherited every dysfunction that everybody else dealt with. And I'm not trying to be the pile on against Jerry, but he had inherited that. I inherited a quarterback that's set in his ways. I think y'all can finish over 500, especially NFC. I don't know what you mean by especially the NFC though. What do you mean? The NFC ain't no weak conference, bro. The NFC ain't weak by a long shot. You know what I mean? The NFC is popping. So I'm not gonna say that, but I think we can finish over 500. I think we can finish over 500. I think we can still salvage the season. I think we especially if we can pull this one off on Sunday. You know what I'm saying? I think we can salvage the season. I don't think the season is completely shot because I think some of these teams, especially the team that's hot in the North, I think some of them teams are going to come back to reality. I think Chicago's about to fall off the rails. You know what I mean? Nah, I don't even care about the playoffs. I mean, even if we finish the season 9-8 and finish the playoffs or 8-9, something like that, I'm not mad at that. I mean, all I want to do is have somewhat of a formidable season. Don't nobody want their team to be 4-13, 5-12. You know what I'm saying? We need Micah and we need Micah and Deron Bland back because with Deron Bland back now, at least Zim got a formidable trio. Even though I wish Jordan Lewis wasn't out there, but if he's gonna have that combo out there, at least have Deron Bland, Trey, and Jordan Lewis out there. His biggest problem is he from the DMV, from Waldorf, nothing but love for my man Carson, but he has been getting torched. He's been getting torched. And for the life of me, I can't understand why he's putting Izzy on the field, but he's only putting Izzy on the field in certain situations. He's not like Israel Matublaka, and I'm not going to bring it up no more. I know I keep saying that, but Israel Matublaka is pretty much better than every DB on the team except for Trey and Bland, maybe. You know what I mean? And he might bump with them sometimes, but I don't understand why you have this kid. He's a 6'4" corner with world-class speed. He's been on the field a lot of times, and to be honest with you, for some odd reason, for the few times he's been on the field, them quarterbacks know not to trust him. That's what I'm saying, though. What I'm saying to you, Chuck, is this. Listen, all right, in the Giants game, right? In the Giants game, when Trey went down, right? When Trey went down, we had Izzy on Malik Neighbors on a key third down. Daniel Jones didn't try him. In that last game with Atlanta, he was on the field. He strapped Kyle Pitts. You didn't even know Kyle Pitts was on the field when Izzy was on him. What I'm saying is, you got the players on the team, but it wasn't used. I'm gonna get past that. I just think that, like I said before, I'm gonna say it clear. Do not be shocked. Do not be shocked if if we pull this thing off against the what's the name? If we pull this game off against Philly, it's a long run, especially with Saquon out there backwards hurdling over Bama's. I mean, and the crazy thing about this is this. I think Neighbors is better off on another team. Nah, I think the Giants got a lot to build on. It's just tough. It's just tough for what they done. But I think the Giants got a lot to build on. Giants has been in a lot of dog fights, bro. Giants been in a lot of dog fights. So I'm not going to knock that. Before I get into the mid-season awards, I'm gonna go ahead and do my week 10 picks. You know what I mean? Boxing the DC and all the boxing news. I'm gonna try to get. It's been a lot going on, y'all. I'm gonna be honest. I'm doing this today as therapeutic to myself. It's being therapeutic to myself, but there's a lot going on. But I'm gonna try to do a boxing show tomorrow before Keyshawn Davis. What's the name? Now tonight we got Cincinnati and Baltimore. We start that off, and it's a lot of talk about who needs this game more. I think Baltimore need the game more. I think Cincinnati, even though they fought themselves back to being 4-5. Hit Joe. I think he interviewing. Okay, that's what's up. I hit him up, but I got some interviews with Keyshawn that we did with what I did with Sibby Boxing. Shout out to Sibby Boxing, and shout out to all my guys that's down in Norfolk, Troy and all them, Coach Sean. You know what I mean? But I think Baltimore need this game to stay course, because if Cincinnati finds a way to steal this game tonight in Baltimore, they put them at 5-5, and now Baltimore is 6-4 with a humongous game going on this week in DC with Pittsburgh and the Commanders. So they cannot afford to take a stumble tonight. Even though I predict Pittsburgh to lose to the Commanders, but Commanders, let me tell you something. This game right here is going to be a very telling game. This is even though it's no such thing as two teams with this record being a trap game, but it's a trap game. You know what I mean? This is a big game. This is a big game, especially since you got Houston and you got. It's not a must win. You the shape you put yourself in, you're 7-2. It's not a must win. You're in good shape. You're in good shape on that tip. But it's a game that you don't want to roll in the Philly. You don't want to roll in the Philly coming off. So yeah, it's a big game. It's a big game. This game gonna tell us a lot. I picked y'all to win because, like I said, I'm no disrespect, JM, but I'm not impressed with Pittsburgh. We beat Pittsburgh, bro. We beat Pittsburgh. One of our 3 wins is Pittsburgh. I mean, come on, bro. We need a dub rolling in the Philly. Yeah, we beat Pittsburgh. You know what I'm saying? So that's not no major game. Then we got the Giants in Carolina. Who cares? Giants can get that one. New England and Chicago. Chicago has to win that game or their season is all but over. Buffalo and Indy is going to be an interesting game. I picked Buffalo, but that's interesting. Denver and Kansas City going to be 9-0. But Denver got a rough defense. It's going to be a good game, but I can't go against them. Then we got San Francisco and Tampa Bay. McCaffrey coming back. They coming off a bye. I got to go with San Francisco, and the woes continue. Minnesota and Jacksonville. Minnesota should get that one. Tennessee and the Chargers. I'm gonna go with the Chargers. Us and Philly. We look, bro. We beating Philadelphia. With Cooper Rush. I don't know. It's a tall order, bro. It's hard to say. It's hard to, if it wasn't for all the extra stuff that went on with the everything, I might, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's in Dallas. That's what make it hard right there. It's in Dallas. You know what I mean? It's in Dallas. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I got us beating Philly. Philadelphia has not won a game. Okay, before I say that, though, it does matter if DeRon Bland playing or not. And it matters if CD is playing. If CD ain't playing, all bets off. if CD playing. You know what I mean? I like the new. Then don't get, you know what? Don't get me wrong though. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. See, this is now Mike McCarthy get to coach the team. He get to really coach now. He's really running the offense now. He's really running the offense now. Like I told y'all before, watch how the run game starts to perform under Cooper Rush. Watch how the O-line play under Cooper Rush. The difference is this, bro. I'm not a Dak basher, but I'm gonna tell y'all again. When you watch certain quarterbacks play, quarterbacks dictate how the run game goes sometimes. Some quarterbacks are good at setting up the run game just off their emotions, just by how they reading how the defense is playing. Dak is not good at that. For real. He and to his fault, to his defense, in the beginning of his career, he didn't have to, because the back he had behind him was that good that it didn't matter what he had. Man, I don't care about no Zeke. Zeke done. Zeke is washed. You know what I'm saying? I want to start Rico Dottle and let Reek work. Let Reek work. For real. Let Rico Dottle work. That's not the Rico Dottle was getting busy. That ain't why we lost Atlanta. We could have actually, though, to be truthful of the matter, we should have won that Atlanta game. We should have won that game. My man be doing the wildest stuff, bro. Look, if I look up at the screen, all right, Tom Brady called 3 of our games thus far. And so many times I heard, and the same thing Greg Olsen was saying Sunday, I'm getting off the Cowboys after this. I hear them say, Dak got to do better at reading his progressions. Dak got to do better at reading his progressions. This Tom Brady. So it's not, I said this a long time ago, so I ain't got to keep saying it. All the sacks ain't on him. It's not on the O-line. Get the ball out your hands. There's videos of people running across the field wide open. Throw the ball. Stop looking for the big play. Throw the ball. Stop off. That when Cooper Rush get out to get the dinging and dunking, 5 yards here, 3 yards there. Run game getting you 3-4 yards here. It's a whole different game. Time of possession, everything changes. Dak got caught up with trying to be the vocal point of the offense when he ain't had to be. You make your job harder than they got to be. You make the job harder. Let me get back to we're gonna be Philadelphia if CD play. You know what I mean? So then we got Arizona and Arizona gonna smoke the Jets. I got Arizona smoking the Jets. Detroit at Houston. Oh, ooh. Detroit at Houston. Yeesh. Man, oh man. Nico Collins back too. I'm going with Detroit anyway, but that's a game. That's a game right there. That is a game right there. Nico Collins. The Jets done, bro. The Jets done, man. Arizona hot. I don't know if you paid attention. Arizona ain't lost since they lost to the Commanders. Arizona hot. I'm scared of that game. That's a trap game for Detroit. I'm scared of that game for Detroit because Houston ain't nobody to play. But now that Nico Collins back, but you don't got to worry about Stephon Diggs no more. Tank Dell kind of fell back. It's a tough game, but I'm going to pick Detroit for now. Then Monday night, you got Miami and the Rams. Ooh, or the Rams. I'm going with the Rams. Now, the Lions did pick up Zadarius Smith to replace their lineman, which is not the same. And now I'm going to say it now, because the winner in the trades was the Washington Commanders again. That is an excellent pickup. That was a tough move when you pulled that off with Marshawn Lattimore. So listen. So, yeah, the Rams cooking. They not listen. That's why I'm saying. So when you said the Cowboys may still make the playoffs, they can't make the playoffs. I just want to make it formidable. Even if we go 7-10, I'm 8-9. I'm cool with that. But it ain't. Miami really ain't that good. Nah, it ain't just the chemistry. Is that Miami got too much talent to be still losing the games. You know what I mean? They got too much talent to be still losing like that. I get it. Tua was out, but even with Tua out, you shouldn't be that bad. You shouldn't be that bad. You know what I mean? So that's cool. Yeah, Tua done. Yeah, Tua done. Tua is done. Absolutely done. I mean, it's sad. You know, he has potential. I mean, he got the same issue that a lot of quarterbacks got. They have great regular season numbers. They have great games here and there, but when the big games come up, they just not built for the moment. And maybe he'll get there, but right now he just not. You know what I'm saying? Right now he just not. But I like the kid, but that's that. Those my picks. So we're gonna go through it again. Yeah, tonight I'm gonna go with Baltimore because I think Baltimore got to win this game. I think Baltimore has to win this game because if Burrow comes to Baltimore and pull us off, it's a whole different. Which it's gonna lead to my mid-season awards MVP talks. But this is big for Lamar. He has to get this done tonight. He cannot not win this game. I really think we're going to see a big game from us. Running game is going to be key. Yeah. The thing is this, though. This game going to show us a lot because from y'all going to show us a lot about y'all. One, because it's a very tricky defense. It's a very tricky defense that y'all going against Pittsburgh. Very tricky, very tough. And the thing y'all better watch out for, and I really need Commanders. I'm not trying to wish nothing on you. Be careful how you run your boy in this game because one thing about Pittsburgh, they are the king of cheap shots. They the king of it. People don't want to say it. I'm going to say it. They the king of cheap shots. They the king of it. Be careful how you run your boy over there because this is one team, you know, because, you know, your man like to fight for them extra yards or do a little extra stuff to get the extra yard. This is a team that if they will take the shot. They're going to take the shot. Don't play that game with Pittsburgh. You hear me? Don't play that game with Pittsburgh. Protect the ball. I got y'all beating Pittsburgh. I'm not impressed with Pittsburgh. But be careful. Be careful out there when you running your man out there. Because in that Giants game, it was a couple plays. I was like, go down. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. You know what I'm saying? I like the kid, bro. Listen to me. Listen to me. As you see before, I think by now, Chuck, you guys can say I am not a hater. I like the kid, bro. He is a bright spot. He like you know, like the other day they showed him at the Wizards game. He's a light. I mean, I'm excited just to have that type of light going on in the city. I'm not voting for you, Bounce. Don't get that twisted. I'm not voting for you. I want you to lose by 50 every game. But I like this kid. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they just don't do it. Don't do it. Now let me get to my mid-season awards. Right. Speaking of your young man, Jaden Daniels, yes, he should be. He's him. I think the MVP talks is a bit much though, but the humility and poise is what I love about him. Yeah, it's valid for him to be in the MVP talk. 7 wins is the most in the NFC. He's tied for the most. The only difference is the Detroit only got 1 loss, but he's valid to be in the MVP talks. It's valid. He's 7-2. Team looking good. He's clearly light years one of the main vocal points of why you're 7-2. You know what I mean? He's light years doing this thing. I mean, that epic play, like I ain't gonna lie, that big bomb at the end of the game to Noah Brown. Either way you look at it, yeah, it take a lot of luck. We get it. We take a lot of luck for that to happen. But the things he did to set that play up, how he moved himself to a certain point, and how he high pointed the ball to for the possibility that all of that was him choreographing it. Yeah, the rest that happens is this and that and the third, but you had to do that. You know what I mean? Even to make that happen. So yeah, the kid he's a wizard. He's great. He is going to be epic. You're going to have to protect him from himself. He's got to learn how to get on the ground more and just avoid those hits. But especially this week, because like I say, Pittsburgh is the king of cheap shots. I told y'all they the king of that stuff. So when you see it on your screen, don't say I ain't tell you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he's that. So yes, he's valid to be in the MVP conversation. I'm not mad at that. And my man Omar Stocks from the Next Deflex podcast. 3 weeks ago, I told you this was going to happen. Y'all said, man, oh, dude, you crazy. I told you this boy was going to be in the MVP conversation. He's valid to be in there. Do I think he's an MVP? No. But he's in the conversation. You know what I mean? Even though running backs are not in the MVP, they not gonna get it. They not gonna get it. Bama's done ran for 2 stacks and didn't get MVP. So the running back not gonna get it, but Saquon and Derrick Henry should validly be in the conversation. Just my honorable mention, but they're not gonna get it. But also, okay, you can always put Josh Allen up there. Lamar's in there again. And then you got to me, if I'm going to just go off the cuff and say MVP right now, I'm going with Jared Goff. Now, that's just me going off what's on paper. Them being 7-1, his numbers is pretty good. He won a whole game without a single incompletion. They beaten top teams, 6-2 teams, smacking them up. They ain't just beating up the mediocre. They beating up teams with winning records. They whole division got a winning record. They smacking them up. You know what I mean? I love that. I love we have them, bro, long. Yeah. So yeah, to me, going off numbers and record, he's got it. I know a lot of people going for Lamar because of the daunting numbers he putting up, but like I said, for the record and for the numbers, I'm gonna go with Jared Goff. To me, the real MVP, like if I was going to the place a ballot, like just off me, not just going off because see my Jared Goff joint is that Jared is valid, but I know people gonna cry about numbers, people gonna cry about record. So he has both. He has good numbers and he has the record. But honestly, you're not gonna agree with me, Chuck. But honestly, the true MVP is Patrick Mahomes. And it ain't even close. And it's not close. He's not gonna get it because his numbers, but it's Pat. And people, you want to ask me why? I'm gonna tell you why. Because see, I watch the one thing I get to do when I finally get in from church and everything is I put multiple games on the screen. The only game that gets the whole TV is the Cowboys. You know what I mean? The only one that get the whole TV is the Cowboys. Or I may set up multiple devices. I may have 2 tablets and the laptop. I got multiple games going at once, so I'm watching the game. But I've got the chance to watch pretty much all the Kansas City games. And no, his numbers are not good. But the thing he does is find a way to win the game. You know what I'm saying? Is find a way to win the game, bro. His intangibles, it's crazy, bro. That's one of the reasons why I'm so hard on that. Because I'm seeing the stuff he do. There's no other player. Let me say this right there. There's no other quarterback in the league that will be 8-0 with this roster. You can say what you want to say. And before y'all say, well, Kareem Hunt is this good and DeAndre Hopkins is that good, but when they first got Kareem Hunt, y'all said Kareem Hunt was done. When he first got DeAndre Hopkins, y'all said he was washed. So you can't bring it back now. Don't reel it back now. Y'all said DeAndre Hopkins was washed. Y'all said Kareem Hunt was just some dude that that got off the couch. So he out there, his starting running, his number 1 receiver went down. His number 2 receiver went down. You know what I'm saying? His number 2 receiver went down. His starting running back went down. The man was on the field. One game he was out there against the San Francisco 49ers. He was out there, Jones, with 1 receiver and 3 tight ends. There's no other. Forget the numbers, bro. Numbers wise, he shouldn't be MVP. No. But just finding a way to win and just doing what he got to do to keep the team afloat in key situations, he is the MVP. Hopkins is not washed, still got game. I know. I'm not saying he's washed. I'm saying before people try to say, every time you say something about somebody, people that you can spend facts or statements to twist anybody's, make somebody look good or bad. Depends on how you feel about them. But what I'm saying is, when they first got D-Hop, everybody said D-Hop is washed. He's done. He's just in the third. So you can't turn around and say, well, we knew you already. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. And then some of the throws he made, like the other night, bro, that the throw he threw to DeAndre Hopkins to get to the 1-yard line, bro, he is literally sandwiched in between 2 players and won that jump 30-some yards down there. That's not regular, man. That's not regular. Like I said, my personal opinion, based off wins and stats, the MVP would be Jared Goff to me. Yes, Lamar should be in the race. Yes, Jaden Daniels should be in the race, but my pick would be Jared Goff. But the true MVP, from what I'm watching, is Patrick Mahomes. It's Patrick Mahomes. You know what I'm saying? No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Let me talk about something else real quick. Joel Embiid recently put hands on a media member, got suspended and all that. The suspension is valid. You know what I mean? The suspension is valid, even no matter what the person says or done. As people in the sport, you're just not allowed to put your hands on people. So I get that. Was he wrong for putting his hands on the man? Jaden Daniels and Patty is not in this. Jaden Daniels is valid. How's Jaden Daniels not in it? And the only reason, listen, the only way you can take Pat out the equation is because you say, oh, his numbers ain't that good. You can talk about his numbers. You can't take nothing else from Pat. He's 8-0. He's 8-0. He's 8-0, bro. Not you could take nothing else you could say about Pat. He's 8-0. They got the best record in the league. The last standing undefeated team and gonna be 9-0 Sunday. So what are you saying? And they ain't just beating just anybody, buddy. They not just beating anybody. They smacking up teams with winning records. They ain't just beating anybody. Baltimore, L. Atlanta, L. He's in the conversation, but rookie would not win it. I get that part, but he should be. He's not going to win it. I mean, but he's not going to win it just because he's not winning it just because he's a rookie. You know what I mean? Jared Goff is 7-1. Jared Goff stats look legit, and Jared Goff literally went through a whole game without an incompletion. Like Jared Goff validly can get it because listen, let's look at Jared Goff. They sentenced him to Detroit. They sent him to Detroit and said, all right, man, we can't do nothing with you. The Rams said they want Stafford because they think Stafford can get him over the hump. Fine, right? Stafford going with a chip. Everybody threw him in the dirt. Patty's a great quarterback, but stat-wise, he's not in the. I said that. But like I said, that's the only argument you can make. His stats ain't what y'all wanted to be. That's it. Can't make no. Everything else, check. Record, check. Best record in the NFL, check. Winning, making plays when they count the most, check. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Jared is Lamar's valid. But he beat Lamar. That's my point. But he beat Lamar. That's the But he beat Lamar. That's the point, bro. That's the point. You know what I mean? I'm not taking. Like I say, man, he's not gonna get it. I will. If I had to throw a bone out there. But then again, though, let's be honest. Back to the Joel Embiid thing. Now, like I said this a long time ago, now that we done let the weirdos in, now that we let social media run everything, don't matter overall season of play. Okay. Now that we let the weirdos in, what's off bounds? What's out of bounds? Because now social media dictates who gets everything. So now even everything I'm saying could be thrown out the window. Whoever they feel is the most popular opinion based on social media will probably get the MVP. Because as much as Jared Goff is doing, he don't get talked about that much. He don't get propped up that much. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So he probably won't get it. You know what I mean? He probably won't get it. You know what I mean? But let me say this for all the Lamar people. Hey, Lamar Jackson, you and Dak in the same boat. A lot of people don't want it to be, but you and Dak in the same boat, and your boat getting a little heavy. Because think about this, and I'm not hating on Lamar, but this fact, you can't win a third MVP and not get to the show. And then you can't just get there, you got to win it. I know that's a tall order, but somehow, some way, and you got that woolly mammoth, in the backfield who taking pressure off you. In Baltimore, if you smart, you better low manage him and use him right, because him running for 2,000 in the regular season ain't gonna do you no good if he out of gas in the playoffs. That's just facts. You got that Willie Manor back there, who definitely, you can tell he's looking at this. What's up, my man, D Free, man? Good to hear from you, man. Who your football team, D Free? But look, you got that Willie Mammoth in the backfield. So I'm gonna say this again. If for all y'all pushing for him to win another MVP, if he wins this MVP again, which will be 3, you cannot win a third MVP and not make it to the show. And the way things is going, you're going to Kansas City. You know what I'm saying? And the way this thing is going, you're going to Kansas City. You feel me? In January. And you might need to figure out, and the key thing is, how healthy would Kansas City be? Because Pacheco is coming back. You know what I mean? Commanders, okay. That's what's up, man. Y'all doing good. Shout out to you, squad. No shade there. No hate there. As far as playoff wins, he's better than Dak and has a better team than Dak, so he gets over the hump. So he has to get over the hump. Yeah, he has a better team than Dak? No. He may have a better team than Dak right now. He does. But he hasn't always had a better team with Dak. Dak can't get away with that. Dak can't get away with that. Listen to me. Dak has had things he's never had. Dak has had things he's never had. So ain't no, Dak's situation is worse, but it's not worse because Dak never got no MVP. See, Dak never has an MVP. That's the only caveat that twists Lamar's story versus Dak. They both in the same boat. They both got to find a way to get it done. Dak looks bad because Dak looks pretty bad because let me say this, bro. Last thing I'm gonna say about Dak today. But let me say this to you for all y'all because I get bombed on Twitter, y'all, for saying some of these things I say about Dak Prescott, and I'm not a hater. I'm just a frustrated fan that knows what he's watching. But let me say this. I'm gonna say this for the last time. This year, I mean, yeah. He got a better team, but we still shouldn't be where we at. Listen to me. Well, everything that went on in Dallas this year, right? Before the New Orleans game, that's a wash. That's a wash. I'm gonna throw that game in the trash. Everybody at fault, from the coaching staff, owner, everybody at fault for that game. The Detroit game, I'm gonna throw that in the trash. Everybody at fault that game, from the owner on down. So these 2 games I'm gonna throw in the trash. The 3 I'm not gonna throw in the trash is that 49er game, that Atlanta game. Now, you can't get away with that. Dak got to wear them. Dak got to wear them 2. See what I'm saying? Because in them 2 games, your defense gave you multiple opportunities to win the game. They gave you multiple opportunities to do what you, and every single time they gave you opportunities. To me, if you're a quarterback in this league, especially a $60 million quarterback, somebody that's supposed to be MVP caliber, the only thing you want is for your defense to give you one last chance. I don't care what the score is. If they give you one last chance, you got to deliver. And they did that to him multiple times. He couldn't deliver in both of them games. They gave you the pill when you needed it. Couldn't even get a first down. Nah. You know what I mean? The Baltimore game. Yeah, that one too. So let's say if he got one of them, we came in today, and Cooper Rush could take over at 4-4. Cooper Rush take over 4-4 versus 3-5. We got action. You know what I mean? We got, like I say, it might be a lot to ask Cooper Rush coming into the situation this week, especially if CD banged up. But like I say, watch how the game is played, though. Watch how the game is played. One thing Cooper Rush is gonna do, Cooper Rush is gonna keep the game close. We ain't had a close. We done got mopped at home every game this year. But watch how, like I said, one more time, watch how the O-line blocks. Watch how the run game is gonna be better. Watch how the defense is gonna be more intense. Everything's gonna be more intentional. what I'm saying? It's gonna be more attention to details. Now the coaches gonna coach. Watch. And I'm not blaming everything on Dak. But his fragile, his fragile situation caused more problems than good. You know what I mean? Oh yeah. But also, let me say this about this GOAT debate that I see going around. I'm gonna get to. I gotta talk about the Lakers and all that too. But before we get to that, listen, y'all. This GOAT debates is getting out of control. But social media did this to sports talk. But let me say this, man. Even that Pat win a third one this year, even if he win it again next year, even if he 4-peat, he ain't the GOAT yet. He's not the GOAT. Tom is the GOAT. Stop doing that. I don't care. We can't listen to me. We can't start minimizing. We can't start marginalizing, minimizing, and switching up narratives just to make people GOATs, man. No, man. You want to be the GOAT, you got to get 7. You got to win 7 if you want to be the GOAT. Now, what I would say is this: he's not the GOAT because Tom's body work is crazy, man. Tom Brady won Super Bowls in his 40s, man. That's unheard of. In his 40s, it's hard pressed to find people that won them in their 30s. Man, Cooper's gonna catch that L, time to eat the L. Time. Hey, look here. But see, here's the thing: is Cooper Rush better than Dak Prescott? No, he's not better than Dak. He don't have half the abilities that Dak got. He can't do half the things that Dak can do. But what he will do, and what the team is going to do, is he's going to manage the game. It's not about who's better or who can fill up stats better. That's why I keep telling everybody in this conversation that I'm having right now, which separates everybody. Listen to me. Statistically, right now, out of everybody we said in the MVP race, everybody we said in the MVP race right now, all of them stats are way better than Patrick Mahomes. Way better. Who's 8-0 coming off back-to-back chips? It's a science in knowing how to make the play when you need to make the play and knowing how to win when it counts. It's a science to it. It's a science to it. Statistically, Eli Manning is one of the worst quarterbacks ever. But he got 2 chips and he beat the GOAT twice. He beat the best of the best in their houses on the road when he needed to do it because it's a science to knowing how to win when it's time to win. A lot of people, as you look at their careers, you can see that their stats are inflated because you're playing against inferior competition, which comes back to haunt you. When you got to play the big games, because you come in these big games with these inflated mentals, and then when you realize, oh, hold on, I really can't read these defense like I thought I could because now they throwing stuff at me I'm not used to. That's because when it counts, the best of the best know how to stop those who ain't on that level. So what I'm trying to say to you is this: Dak is better than Cooper Rush, but Cooper Rush manages the game better. It's easier to play with somebody than when you're just managing because, see, your details change now. See, all that willy-nilly, just throwing the ball all over the place, throwing these irregular passes on first down when you should have just ran the ball and got your little 2 or 3 yards. All that's out. You know what I'm saying? All that's out now. So yeah, it's tough. It might be a little bit too much to ask of him to be Philly coming in on a whim like this. But like I told you, don't be surprised if he pull it off Sunday. Come back here next week. But I'm saying it's gonna be not a stretch. Not a stretch. You know what I mean? But I skipped over the Embiid thing because a reporter mentioned in an article about his son and his deceased brother. And a lot of people was like, I see your point. Game plans does change. Exactly. See, now McCarthy get to coach the team. You can look at the plays. You can look at the plays when they being ran and clearly see that he's not really calling the plays. He's calling the plays that they're forcing him to call the plays that Dak want him to call. You can clearly see it. You know what I'm saying? And some of the play calls ain't that bad. The calls is how he's executing the play that's crazy, bro. Like I said, bro, I listen to everything. The commentators. I'm listening to Tom say, "Yo, why didn't he just throw the ball right then and there? Why did he hit this guy right here? Why did he do this right there? He made the game literally harder than it gotta be, bro. For real, for real, for real, for real. He's the only quarterback that teams they key on the stuff he do so well that they get away with blown coverages. You know what I mean, bruh? Eagles better win. Commanders about to run away with these. They not running away with these. Not as long as, listen to me, Philly is going to be on their back the rest of the season. I got news for y'all. Even if we beat Philly, Philly's going to beat Baltimore, y'all. Philly's going to beat Baltimore. And and I'm not going to lie, I do think they're going to beat the Commanders too. They're going to beat the Commanders. See what I'm saying? If anybody knows how to deal with a running quarterback, it's Philly. See what I'm saying? If anybody built the deal with them, it's Philly. That's what they practice against half of their life. You know what I mean? They dealt with running quarterbacks half their life. They are the king of the running quarterback. You know what I mean? So that's not going to throw them off. I just think that when the Eagles play the Commanders, experience will come in. Experience will take its toll. Even though there's a lot of tenured players on Washington, it ain't just a bunch of rookies. It's a lot of tenured players over there. But you gotta remember, Philly, we know Noah Brown. We played Noah Brown for every year but one. We played against Noah Brown, so we're not caught off guard like all these other teams who don't know Noah Brown. We know him. You know what I'm saying? We know him. For me, this ain't nothing new to us. So, like I said, I'm hoping Cooper Rush can muster it up and we catch them slipping. And one thing for sure, I don't want to jinx us. They play twice, bro. They might split. That's a good possibility they split. That's cool. But what I'm saying is, Philly, listen to me. Philly is the goods. I don't know what y'all looking at. Philly is the goods. Philly is a formidable foe. They're going to be there for all year long. They're gonna have highs, they're gonna have lows, but when they get kicking, they know how to get there. This is the same team that was in the Super Bowl 2 years ago. They was just in the Super Bowl 2 years ago. See what I'm saying? A lot of people forget, yo. Early in the year, even in the game they lost, you forget they didn't. In two of their losses, they didn't have AJ Brown in neither one of those games. In one game, they didn't have AJ Brown, Dallas Goedert, or Devontae Smith. Nobody mentions that. You know what I'm saying? When that game when they played against Tampa Bay, they didn't have 3/4 of their offense. Come on, man. They not to be played with, man. Also, I'm banking on the fact that we've always had a way of handling Saquon Barkley. I don't want to jinx this because he ain't never had this type of old line. He ain't never had these type of schemes. So it could be that he was just in the wrong situation with the Giants, but we've always had a way of, slowing him down. Might come back to get us. But yeah. Yeah. But like I say, I was back to the Joel Embiid one more time. Joel Embiid. Listen, I'm saying it again. Now that we done let the weirdos in and folks get extremely comfortable with what they write and what they say behind these mics on these podcasts, the hot takes rule. They say things to get certain reactions, but sometimes you go past the realm of what you're supposed to say. And different cultures react differently. In this particular culture, the one that Joel Embiid is from, saying stuff about my family, whether good or bad, saying stuff about my deceased brother, these ain't games people play. These ain't things you should be typing or saying because it's a trigger. So he responded in a way that maybe not been the most professional, but I think everybody understands. And then on top of that, after he voiced his displeasure with what this person said on a mic, told everybody that because people want clicks and baits, his own team gave this man a media pass and put him in front of him. Come on, man. Come on. The face of your franchise, let me be honest. Then think about most of these franchises. The face of your franchise say, hey man, I got a problem with this media member. Right? You think of Tom, look, come on, man. You just can't talk about folks' family like that. Exactly. Bro, you think LeBron or Steph Curry say, hey man, that man right there said something about my friend. He's not getting a media pass. He's not. Out of here. Jason Tatum, he ain't getting a media pass. He's not. He's not. That goes to show the level of where Philly's at. And the reason why they can't get over the hump. The face of your franchise has a problem with this media member. He don't come in here. Period. Any other team out there, the face of their franchise say that, especially if there's a team that's trying to win, that media member is not coming in the building. Period. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And Joel Embiid should have had that type of, everything that happened, him getting suspended and all that other stuff, that's all a fault of Philadelphia. And that's why Philadelphia would never win again. Because unless they change that front office. That's just as whack as it get. Whack as it get. You know what I mean? But Dad, like I said, now that we don't let the weirdos in and everything is about clicks. Everything is about, so now everybody got a story to feed off that. Chop it up, reels and all of that stuff. That's what they about now. That's what social media done did to sports. You know what I mean? Ja Marant, was out there barking at the boys last night. And it's like, that's all in good fun. See, we can't even have fun no more. Now they got to put that out there. Oh, what's wrong with Ja Marant, man? That's a spirit of competition, man. Just dogs out there being dogs, man. Ja was barking. He said he don't like LA. He ain't say it was nothing pro. He said I don't like him because they put us out of the playoffs. That's basketball. That's basketball. You know what I mean? Even with these GOAT debates, man. I don't debate eras no more. Because, like I said, different eras play by different rules. You can't be held to the same standard. We ain't play by the same standards. You can't. So and then I'm gonna say this here. This is one of my hot takes. You don't have to win a chip to be great. You don't have to win a chip to be an MVP. You don't have to win a chip to be a Hall of Famer. But you can't be in nobody's GOAT debate without one. Period. Stop saying it. Stop doing it. And for those that keep trying to push these narratives, I don't care what you're saying. You can't be in nobody's GOAT debate without a chip. See what I'm saying? You can't. No way, no how. Yeah, I like what Ja was doing, man. Just like people, and like I said, just like when you can't make Mahomes the GOAT over Brady if Mahomes only got 4 and Brady got 7. No. Mahomes my guy. No. Now I would say this. With my two eyes, he's better than Tom. But he ain't the GOAT over Tom. You know what I mean? That's a different debate. Now we can debate that all day. But Tom the GOAT until that man get 7. Or at least 6. I think he needs 7. Tall order. But you need 7. You know what I'm saying? Just like when they was the one of the debates that came out on the WNBA side was Caitlin can't be the greatest college basketball player ever when you got people that got 3 and 4 chips and she ain't got one. Yeah. Man, you done missed the whole show, man. I gave you man his flowers and all that. I picked y'all to beat Pittsburgh, but y'all got to be careful with him this week with the runs because Pittsburgh is the king of cheap shots. You know what I mean? Great pickup with Marshawn Lattimore. That was gangster. Agreed. Chips put you over the top, make your case more affordable. You knew that already, though. What I know already. Tell me what I already knew already. Listen, I'm gonna say that I'm gonna make that a real. I'm gonna coin it again. I'm gonna say this again, just in case. I'm gonna make that a real. This is gonna be my real. You do not have to win a chip to be a Hall of Famer. You do not have to win a chip to be an MVP. You don't have to win a chip to be great. But you cannot be in nobody's GOAT debate without one. You see what I'm saying? And to me, I can't put nobody over top nobody who got more chips than them. Period. Now, some people get passes because some people you were just great on a bad team. You just never had a team. You never had a team that was good enough around you to get it done. That's different. I still can't make you the GOAT, but I understand. I give you a pass for that. You know what I mean? Or if you got to the show and you showed up, but your team didn't, I can give you that. I can give you that. So I'm saying I can give you that. I'm a prime example, like Charles Barkley. Charles Barkley got to the NBA Finals. He balled out. Jordan did more. Jordan's teammates did more. You know what I'm saying? Lattimore kind of banged up. How he banged up? How he banged up? Lattimore, listen to me. Even if he is, the thing is this. You don't bring these type of players in to win games. You don't bring these players in to win games. You bring these players in for later on in the season when the lights come on. Big players do big things. That's why you bring them in. Now, if you bring them in to win games, you're hustling backwards. That's why I said if Baltimore is smart, they're going to have to find a way to low manage Derrick Henry. Like you played, when you start playing weaker opponents, you get up on them early, lighten his load. He should not be just hammering away to get 2,000 yards or hammering away to try to break Eric Dickerson's record. Breaking his record is good. It's great for his legacy and it's great for the history books. But if he banged up come January and you go up Kansas City and he ain't ready, that's a conversation y'all want to have. I tell you that right now. Look it up. He day to day with a Hammy. That's fine. You don't need to. They like I said, they need him for the playoffs. Like I said, we going to the second round. I think we can beat Philly. They can't even hold on the lead. I wouldn't jump on that move. I got you. I wouldn't jump on that right there. I think it's definitely between y'all and Philadelphia, but I wouldn't take my eye off the. You might take the East. I'm not saying you won't. You might take the East, but I would say just enjoy the moment, man. Enjoy the ride. Enjoy the ride. Don't jump out there, start making bold predictions, bro, and then got to walk them back. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You can, but y'all look good. But you gotta remember, bro, they got the same amount of losses as you, and they played 2 games without half their offense. The 2 games they lost, the one of the games they didn't have Smith, AJ Brown, or Dallas Goedert, and Lane Johnson. See what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They 4 key pieces of their whole offense was going. They number 1 was the guy they got from you, Dotson. Dotson was the number 1 that game. You feel me? So I wouldn't write them off, bro. You got 2 brutal games with them. One coming up the week after the next. Take care of Pittsburgh. You should beat Pittsburgh. I listen to me. First of all, let me explain something to you. I got receipts for what I'm saying. I predicted them to be a formidable team before the season started. I predicted Cowboys to be garbage this year before the season started. All of these things I foresaw before it happened. I had Commander fans that didn't believe some of the stuff I was telling them. I seen the roster. The mixture they had of veteran talent and play people that can make plays. Dorrance Armstrong making plays here and there. Dante Fowler balls everywhere he goes. You know what I'm saying? Bobby Wagner led the league and almost was top in tackles last year. Come on, bro. I ain't new to this. I'm true to this. I believe they can win it. I'm saying to y'all, don't take your eye off Philadelphia. I'm trying to tell you. I'm a Cowboys fan doing this. You never know. The stars may align for them to go to the Now you're doing too much. You're doing too much. You doing too much? The stars may align. Stars may align. Stars just may align. That's a lot. That's a lot. You know what I mean? Detroit is the goods, bro. Detroit is the goods. Detroit is the goods. They are a problem. 49ers, who's going to right the ship? Come playoff time, they're going to be a formidable foe. Philly, it's going to be a formidable foe, bro. These ain't, bro. Listen to me, bro. Yeah, I know you ain't saying that. 14 and 15 and 2. Went out. 14 and 3. So so for the rest of this season, you're gonna lose one game or none. I'm gonna hold this. All right. Remember you said this. Went out. Let me look at y'all schedule. You do got a sweet schedule, though. You do got a sweet schedule. I remember looking at your schedule. You do got a sweet schedule. But went out. Eesh. New Orleans is done. Tennessee. That's New Orleans and Tennessee. So you get them two. Philly twice, and Atlanta. They got a shot. I know it's about getting to the tournament. You never know. Roof Chris, you know how we already did that. Yucks. All right, I'm gonna leave that alone. I ain't even touching that, bro. It's listed. It's listed. I'm gonna run back to that, and I'm gonna go back to this part in the show, and I'm definitely gonna screenshot it for you, player, because we're gonna talk about that at the end of the year. Yeah, you definitely, like I said, Tennessee and New Orleans, those are wins. Yeah, I don't know about sweeping us either. I don't know about that one either. I don't know about sweeping us. Y'all definitely gonna win one of them, but sweep? I don't know about that. Not sweeping Philly? All right, cuz. Gonna be interesting. I'm gonna leave that alone, man. I'm gonna hold you to that one, bro. I'm gonna leave that alone, though. Y'all look good, but like I say, getting to the show, though, bro. Not you, Vinny, but getting to the show, it's a lot. Anything possible, though, cuz, but that's a lot. Like I say, when the ball start bouncing, I hate to say it, barring a bunch of major injuries or something crazy happening, Pat about to get another one. I know you don't want them problems. Even if you get to the show, y'all don't want them problems. You don't want them problems. Y'all don't want them problems. You know what I'm saying? You don't want them problems. You know what I mean? Pat about to get another one, bro. Pat out here being another one. You know what I mean? This man out here breaking down super teams, bro. Stop. You know what I mean? Teams loading up. His team got worse. He's still winning. Every year his team got worse. He's still winning. You need a cheater. All right, send him to Miami. Chip. He lost Kareem. He lost half the defense year one. Got rid of the Honey Badger. Got rid of Tyreek Hill. Lost Kareem Hunt. Chip. I was getting swept by the Commander. I don't know. They might not. Winners want the ball when the season on the line. Talking about that. Got you. This man is the king. You hear me? That man is the king of getting a touchdown in overtime. You feel me? You know what I mean? He's the king of getting that score with money at money time. Like I said, y'all, appreciate y'all today. I needed this therapy. Once again, I'm gonna say, if you have not done so, please like and subscribe to the Let's Talk Sports Show. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, everything's under Let's Talk Sports Show or AK the Apostle. Once again, I say, if you would like to get self-defense firearms training, you can sign up my man's Champions Firearms Solutions, or I gotta watch my own clip. Do you read about film, y'all? You get for firearms training and self-defense. Use my discount code #LTSY, and you could register at www.champsfs.org. Eagles don't scare me. I don't trust that bone. That same coach you talking about got to the bowl. That's what I'm saying. Listen to me, y'all. I don't understand the Eagles hate, the Eagles slander. I don't want to vote for neither one of them, but I don't understand the slander, bro. That same coach that everybody's clowning and disrespecting got to the Super Bowl, bro. They got to the bowl. Was one play away from winning it. John, let me tell y'all something. What's the name? Gardner Johnson or whatever. That penalty, which was a valid penalty, that penalty took big. Saquon don't make the offense better. What? Are you nuts? Huh? Saquon don't make the offense better. Are you watching? You watch TV? You mean Saquon don't make the offense better? Listen to me, y'all. I'm not saying they can't be beat. You can be beat. Y'all both can be beat. But the thing is this, I'm not saying they can't be beat. What I'm saying is this. They're battle tested. They are battle tested. See what I'm saying? They are battle tested. Y'all forget Philadelphia been to the Super Bowl twice in the last 7 years. They know how to get there. These facts, they know how to get there. They were just there 2 years ago. They know how to get there. They know how to get there. So to say that the slander, I'm not getting. You know what I mean? I'm not saying, listen, y'all having a great season. Y'all balling. You could win the division. You could go far. You could do all that. But I'm not just going to slam the door shut on a team who has been consistently in the playoffs, consistently having playoff success. We keep our foot on the pedal. What you think they're going to do once they start pounding the rock and hand it out? My bad, homie. Oh, my fault. You say he does make them better. Okay, my bad. I went. My apologies, my brother. I went left. We keep pounding the rock, put the foot on the pedal. What you think? Bro, you're a great team. You got a lot of great pieces. So do they. The key to that situation is how healthy is. They haven't been tested. Okay, you just talking about this year or overall? How do you say they never been tested, bro? There's no such thing as a team that went to a Super Bowl that ain't been tested. The two sentences don't go together. They showed up on Super Sunday and put 30 points on the board. They showed up on Super Sunday and put up 32 points. And put up 32 points. I know that. But what I'm saying is, let me say this to you. Certain teams, right? Like last year, right? all throughout the year, the Kansas City Chiefs wasn't the best team. They was dropping passes, they was blowing leads, they was doing all kinds of things that wasn't becoming of the team, that to the point that many people didn't think they could even get back to the Super Bowl. But when the lights came on, a whole different playbook came out, a whole different play style came out, a whole level of different plays came out. They knew what to do to get back to the show. What I'm trying to tell y'all is this: don't let last year fool you. Last year, everything went downhill when Jalen Hurts hurt his leg. When Jalen Hurts hurt his leg and he could no longer stretch plays with his legs and all that, it kind of messed up the offense. And A.J. Brown got hurt. That hampered everything. A.J. Brown played hurt the last stretch of the season, and so did Jalen Hurts. Don't let that fool you into thinking this team don't know how to win when it counts. Don't let that bait you into that. See what I'm saying? Don't fall for that. They know what to do when the lights come on. Not saying that y'all won't beat them. Not saying that you can't do that. But I'm never going to look at a team that I know what to do when they come on and say, oh, man, they never got a shot. No. You better keep your eyes on them at all times, because you might have to play them 3 times. See what I'm saying? You might have to play them 3 times. And what you don't want to do is lead all the way to the dance, and then they come to your house. Then they come to your house come playoff time and send you out. You don't want that. So I wouldn't take my eye off them. I would keep my eye looking at them at all times, because they're gonna be in the fold till it's over. Same thing about the 49ers. 49ers 4-4. 49ers are 4-4. And very easily could be looking across the field on Super Sunday. Got you. That's all I'm trying to tell y'all, man. What I'm trying to say is this, man. I don't want y'all to end up like us or like most Cowboy fans. Don't end up like us. Don't get the false hope. I'm not saying your hope is false. I'm just saying, but don't fall asleep on teams. Don't fall asleep on teams and be like, nah, that team, that man, I'm not convinced by them. Because like I say, man, different teams show up when the lights come on. You know what I mean? Feel me? We watched the Giants. The Giants went 9-7 and bit a chip. You know what I'm saying? It would be 3-0 if they play 3. Come on, bro. You just talking me talking now. You just talking me talking now. That's true. You wilding now. I died. Like I said, I look forward to those matchups. First thing first, I pick you to beat Pittsburgh. Take care of that first. You know what I'm saying? Take care of that one first. So you can't write 3 of the 4 teams out just yet. What you mean? What you mean? But like I say, man, the Rams will be a tough out in the playoffs. 49ers is a tough out in the playoffs. Green Bay is a tough out in the playoffs. And Philly is definitely a tough out in the playoffs. Chicago gonna fall back. Nah, we both out the way. We out the way. We don't. It's between. I said that weeks ago. It was gonna be between y'all and Philly. We out the way. We only thing we could do is try to salvage the season, make it formidable, and ride off in the sunset in that way. They should, like, hey, bro. I'm not, like I say again, I'm not impressed with Pittsburgh. I've been saying that for weeks. I'm not impressed with Pittsburgh, but they still not no team you can't sleep on. Now, I'm not impressed with Pittsburgh, but you can't sleep on them. You know what I mean? You can't sleep on them. You know what I mean? I don't believe him. I think Russ is done. I think Russ is done. He had his run. He had his time, he had his run, but I think Russ is done. I think he's just a middle of the pack, decent quarterback, but he ain't nobody that's going to correct the game and all that. Now they did get Mike Williams. They did get Mike Williams, and they did pick up somebody who they picked up somebody else on defense too. Who did Pittsburgh pick up? Hold on. Let me check that out. They picked up Mike Williams, which is big, strong receiver that can help open up things. Najee Harrison is a bit of a banger. You know what I'm saying? He's a bit of a banger. So, like I say, they got things that can make the game interesting. I just ain't impressed with them, but I ain't gonna throw dirt on them. Who did they pick up the other day? I know they picked up Mike Williams. Preston Smith. They picked up another pass rusher. Okay. We all know TJ Watt. That go without saying. We all know TJ Watt. That go without saying. They the king of cheap shots. Watch how you run your youngin in this game. And if they get to taking the cheap shots and all that and they get crazy. Yeah. Yeah, he's not a starter. They don't need it. They don't need him to start. They bringing him in for depth. They bringing him in here for a play here, play there. Like they got pass rushes. Both of their edge rushes, nice. You already know TJ Watt and the other dude on the other side. I forgot his name, but he formidable too. He can get back there too. They got fast linebackers and they got big hitters. I got Baltimore winning tonight. Baltimore got to win tonight. He has to win tonight. He can't lose this game. He can't lose this game. Neither one of them can afford to lose this game. They coming for Jaden. They better run that rock. Yeah, I'm talking about they coming for Jaden. But what I'm saying is, brother, he has a way. He likes to fight. He likes to get as many yards as he can. You know what I mean? He has a flair. Great kid. What I'm saying is Pittsburgh is one of them teams that you trying to dance and shimmy for whatever, and you don't see that lineman there. They're not just going to come touch you. They're going to crack you. They will take the cheap shot. They're not scared of penalties. See what I'm saying? They're not scared of penalties. And if they get a hold of them, they will try to drive them to the ground. That's how Pittsburgh plays. So what I'm saying is you got to be smart with how you run him. Because see, if you throw a whole abundance of run plays at them, they're going to come up with a scheme. And like I said, they're the king of them Jones. Man, go back and watch that game when they played against us. Man, they was cracking our boys. They was cracking our boys out that joint. B Moore going to win a banged up since he can't beat B Moore. B Moore got to win it. Joe Burrow win that game. Joe Burrow go out there and win that game. It spells a lot of bad things for. It spells a lot of bad things for Baltimore. You can take that MVP talk and throw it away right then and there. You can't lose this game, especially coming off a game when you lost to Jameis Winston. You lose this game tonight, you're 6-4. You're 6-4. You know what I mean? You 6-4. They 5-5. And then it depends on how Pittsburgh does. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, we beat Pittsburgh in an ugly game. We beat Pittsburgh in an ugly game. And at the same time, though, not only was it an ugly game, and Dak played. You know what I mean? Dak played. You know what I mean? So I don't know. But like I said, everybody, thank y'all for tapping in. Appreciate you. I gotta, get out here and handle some things for the family, but it's always a pleasure. I will do my absolute best to get back in here tomorrow so I can break down, the fight cards for Norfolk and Philly. In Norfolk, you got Keyshawn Davis making his homecoming. You know what I mean? His homecoming debut in a major fight, and then also out Philadelphia, you got Jerron Boots Ennis with another home game out Philadelphia. So one Keyshawn is tomorrow night, and on Saturday night you got Boots. So y'all be blessed out here, man. If you have not done so, please like and subscribe to the Let's Talk Sports, y'all. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, all under Let's Talk Sports, y'all. All under AK the Apostle. Cincy needs this game more, but I get it. Steelers on the race with heels. They got to catch Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh got a better record than them, so they can't afford a loss. What they cannot afford to do is have Pittsburgh come here to DC playing with house money. You know what I'm saying? So this is what they can't do. This is what they can't do. I don't know what's going on Twitch, but I'm entertaining it for a minute. But yeah, man, I'm gonna get out of here, man. Appreciate y'all for tapping in, man. Let's catch y'all on the next one.